Hello there, it's Chris Munch here, and welcome to the second video. Thanks once again for your time. I'm going to be showing you a cool little Google trick in a minute to be able to find pillar content, profitable pillar content in 60 seconds or less. And this is really definitely a video that you might want to watch from start to finish, and maybe even a couple of times, because as you listen to this you're likely going to realize just how powerful the Hookpages software and method really is for driving huge traffic and profits. And this is really the time where you can make a decision to see if this is something which you can use in your online venture to drive more traffic and profits. And I'm going to show you and dig even deeper into just why all this works so well. Okay, and within this video I'm really going to prove that this can be done by anyone. It's very, very simple, and you're probably going to be very, very surprised just how quickly you can get really, really cool content and also make it even better with just a few little tricks. Okay, and it's your job here to decide if you're going to take action on this, whether you're going to buy the training, buy into the Hookpages software so that you can go out and get these results. And for me, I'm just going to prove to you and show you just how well this works. So when you can see just how much traffic you can get here and how quick and easy it is to set these landing pages up, then it's a very easy decision to go get this software and the training that goes with it. Okay, so first and foremost, this is very, very simple, and I know you're busy, and so I respect your time, which is why everything within this training and about this software is all about speed, because very, very importantly, money loves speed. Okay, so the quicker that you can dive in and do this and get results, the better. So just first of all, a quick reminder of what pillar content is. So we talked about in the previous video. And it's really anything that gets attention, anything that drives engagement, get links or social votes, some sort of social proof, and most importantly, it brings traffic. People come, they share it, it brings in more traffic, people link to it and all that good stuff. And essentially it's going to build trust, it's going to build up some commitment and consistency, and that is going to allow you to make more profits. And I'm going to cover that in more detail in the next video. Okay, so essentially you can use this to use this in a number of ways. So number one, let's have a look how you can use this pillar content, which I'm about to show you in just a moment. Okay, so how to use this pillar content. So what you can use it for. Okay, so one is to build subscribers or get leads. And you can do this in any niche. You can do it in local niches, in wide appeal niches, doesn't really matter. Okay, you can also use it to get Facebook fans. Just going to make this a little bit smaller. Okay, so you can get Facebook fans with this as well. And then also, often overlooked, is you can entertain your existing subscribers. If you have existing subscribers, then you can entertain them. So essentially you're entertaining your list or subscribers or your audience, and this is going to build loyalty, which is going to allow you to make more profits. So these are all things which you can do. You don't have to do all of them, and some of these things just happen anyway from just using the software. Okay, you can use it to promote affiliate offers. If you're an affiliate, you can use it to sell your own products. So you can sell physical products, you can sell info products, or you could sell software. So pretty much anything which you wanted to sell online, you can do with this. Okay, it also gets higher rankings, so you can use it to get higher rankings, to drive up your ability to rank higher in Google. And this is actually cool because if you want to sell the site, you can actually flip the site. So you could flip the site which you do these campaigns on, because it brings in all this attention. You get all these, you can get Facebook fans, you can get higher rankings from this, and it gets links and all this good stuff. And then you do a little campaign, you put it together, it doesn't take very long at all, then you've got a site which you can sell. I mean, if you just did one campaign, you are very likely to have a site on your hand which is worth anywhere from like $100 to a couple of $1,000 just from doing one campaign. And so if you're doing a number of campaigns, if you build the site up, then you can actually build the site up to be very, very high value. So that's just, if you wanted to flip the site, you could do this. So whatever it is within your business, then these are different things that you can do. So you can use it to drive advertising revenue. So if you've got ads on your site, then you can, obviously the more traffic you get, the more advertising revenue you're going to make. Okay, and also something often overlooked is that you can build brand awareness. And when you're building brand awareness, this is also going to help you to get advertisers, get deals, and just make more profit. Helps you rank higher in Google when people are typing in your brand and that sort of thing. So all very, very cool. And ultimately, the main thing that's happening here is this makes money. Okay, that's what's really going on here, is all these different things are essentially different ways which is going to drive profit in your business. So the question is here, what is it that you want to achieve from this traffic? You're here because you probably need more traffic in your business, and one of these things that you're doing here is going to help towards that. There's lots and lots of different ways. Within the training we cover some very, very simple things. If you're not too familiar with how to monetize your site, then that's covered in the training. But also if you know exactly, you want to sell your own product or something else, then you can use it in that way. And quite simply, this is a way, this pillar content, this profitable pillar content is a way for you to get attention online. And if you can get attention, if you can get the traffic, then the profits follow very, very naturally. So traffic is the #1 problem for pretty much any online venture. And so when you do this, you're going to get traffic and you're going to drive profits from that traffic. And this helps with both the traffic and with the profits, because it helps with the conversions of the traffic which comes in. Okay, and the Hook Pages training really digs very, very deeply into how you do this. But again, we do it in a way which is quick and it gets you results. So you're not, it's not some huge course which is going to take you 6 months to go through. A few videos and you're well on your way to, get huge results. In fact, just from watching these videos, you can go in and implement some of this stuff and see results. Okay, so also, what's this not for? Okay, so where's it not going to work? And this is quite important, because if you're using this on something which is not really designed for, then you're really wasting your time. So I'm just going to quickly cover the two things here. And one is crappy content, like spammy content, or just really unengaging content that people aren't interested in. Maybe it annoys them, or like it just turns them away, it offends them, or it's just something that's so boring that just doesn't answer their query. It's not going to work. If it's just spun, garbled content, or just random content put together or something, it's not going to work very well. It needs to be something that's engaging. And again, you don't really have to worry about this, because the content is there for you if you want it. So I'm going to show you just in a moment. I'm going to do a very, very quick Google search and show you how you can get content in 60 seconds or less very, very, very quickly. Okay, so it's not going to work with crappy content. It's also not going to work with a sales page. Okay, so if you have a sales page, this isn't really going to work. It drives sales, which is different from a sales page. And what I mean here is, if you used Hook Pages for your actual sales page, you're not really going to get the results which we've been talking about here. Hook Pages is not designed to be a sales page landing software. It's designed to be a landing page which is going to attract traffic, go viral, get people interested, get them drawn in, get them engaged, and then they see an offer, a link to a sales page, or a link to an offer, or a link to sign up to your list, or a link to join your Facebook fan page, or something like that. And so the next stage is where you make money. This is stage 1, and then you link maybe to an affiliate offer, you link to your sales page or something like that. So if you just try and send people straight to your sales page, then that's not what Hook Page is designed for. And if you think about it, how often do you ever just arrive at a sales page and suddenly buy? Instead you get warmed up by seeing some content, by having something which interests you, and it builds some trust. You learn something, you become engaged, and then you're much more likely to buy. I mean, you don't just land on a sales page, it doesn't just appear on screen and all of a sudden you buy. It takes a few steps before that happens. And so there's a number of steps and a number of things built into hook pages which both makes the content that you have go viral and bring in more visitors, and also makes those visitors more likely to buy, a lot more likely to buy or to take the next step which you want them to, whether it's, you know, to opt into something, to sign up for a list, to you know, to provide information so that you can follow up with them, to go to a sales page and buy. All those things is going to work. So for example, I'll just quickly show you a case study so you can see how this makes sense. So here we go, right here, you know, this is an example which I showed in the previous video, and you'll see people come in here, they become engaged in the content. This content is about healthy eating, so it's already drawing people onto the topic of healthy eating, making them actually think about their diet, and you know, also some of the things which they're eating which probably aren't too healthy for them, and it's done in a way which actually doesn't blame them or anything like that. So it's done in a way which is blaming the food companies, but essentially as they read through this they find it very revealing, it's a little bit entertaining, but they're thinking about their diet and maybe at this point, you know, whether what they're eating is actually a good thing. And then right over here it's got click here, discover real foods that cut fat, and that takes you then straight through to a sales page. So they click that and it opens in a new window. It's an affiliate link and it takes them to a sales page. And so that content built trust, it got people in the right frame of mind, it worked really well for that. And also, you know, if they just kept scrolling down, we could bring them in as a fan to our fan page or on Twitter, and you know, they could be sharing the content as well. And so all these little things build up to drive profits and to build up subscribers and all this sort of thing in different ways. And I'll go into that a little bit more in the next video. Okay, so in this example here, we actually bought some traffic for this. And so looking at the statistics for this campaign, you can see that there's a lot of traffic which came in here. But what we actually did is we paid for a load of traffic. We actually paid $50 and we got something like around 100,000 visitors. We bought some really dirt cheap traffic on this, and that's something that we get into in the Hook Pages training. And what actually happened from the traffic which we bought, we then got an additional 18,000 visitors from that traffic which we paid for. So the dirt cheap traffic was, you know, not too great quality, but then the traffic which came after that, the 18,000 visitors which came from the viral effect of the landing page, you know, with all these share buttons and things which you see here along the side and across the bottom and up at the top. So you've got all this here, the share in here, liking on the fan page, these share buttons down here, and these up here as well. These brought in an extra 18,000, approximately 18,000 visitors, and at the time the fan page had only just started, and so it brought in 1,000 new fans as well. And so just from that traffic which we bought, then it really exploded from that. And you know, we're also then promoting the affiliate link down here. And this is just a little bit of a fun case study just to kind of show how our software works. It wasn't really even anything serious, and it still got very powerful results in a short amount of time. And it really is that simple, and you don't even need to make the content, and I'll show you that in just a moment. And there's also free methods to get the traffic too. Just before I move on to that, just to show you as well, when you search for this site, again, we've not optimized it for Google in any way. But the interesting thing here is that you can see it's got it's on Pinterest. It's got links here from other sites. If I go and click on some of these, there's these links here from just random blogs which saw the content and decided that they'd link to the site as well. And so this is pushing up the value here. So again, another link here. So this is pushing up the value of the site because it's getting backlinks, and not just backlinks which people, or you know, an SEO guy has gone out and built, which you know might get you into trouble with Google, and depending how it's been done. These are real genuine backlinks, the type that Google likes to see because someone has chosen to link to you. So this is pushing up the value of the site and making it a lot more powerful in terms of being able to sell it if you were to do that, and also a lot more powerful in just being able to rank and get that long-term traffic should we optimize that for any particular keyword. And so this traffic we brought in here, we paid for this traffic, and there's also free methods which you can do as well in order to get this traffic. So it's very, very powerful as well with the free methods which is in the trainer. So essentially, if you can send an email or you can hit a submit button, then you can do these free methods too. And the cool thing is that each visitor that you bring is going to bring more visitors back from the social sharing as well. Okay, and so that's something we'll dip into a little bit more in the next video as well, about how that all kind of works. And really the simple concept here as well with the paid traffic is it's simply money in and then getting more money out. So for example, we spent $50, got several thousand visitors for that, well in fact close to like 100,000 visitors, and then you see that explode and you get even more visitors from that. Then we've made a fan page as well, we've got 1,000 fans in there, which then has blown up into like 30,000 fans, and so that's making money as well. Then we've got the ad on the page as well, and so you're putting a little bit of money in and it's bringing profits back. And some of these campaigns can blow up so huge if they go hyper viral that the return on investment is absolutely huge. And some of these campaigns will do better than others. So if one's not working, you spend a little money on some test traffic, $10 or $20, or you do with some of the free methods, not working, you can drop it and you can go do another one. Because you can set these campaigns up literally in 5 minutes, then you could go in one day, set up 20 of these campaigns and test it out like that, and just leave the ones which are working and allow those ones to blow up and shut down the ones which aren't really working too well. And so you can really test these campaigns out for a price of a pizza, or you can do some of the free methods, and all that's covered within the Hookpigeous training. So again, this takes like literally 5 minutes to set up some of these campaigns. So I'm going to show you in just a moment how quickly you can get the content, and just bear in mind the fact that when I show you this is going to be one piece of content. I mean, you can really scale this up and just keep doing it again and again and again. It can really, really be insane just how much traffic you can get when you do one of these campaigns. And so when you put like 10 or 20 or 100 together, if it's taken only a few minutes to put one together, you can really put a lot of these campaigns together. And so this is where you can really grow into like serious 6-figure and even 7-figure traffic with this. Okay, and whether you use the paid methods to get the traffic or the free methods, or a mixture of the both, which is what I recommend. It doesn't matter, you can get results with this very, very quickly. Okay, so let's go and jump in and grab some content real quick. Okay, so pay close attention to this. I'll zoom in just a little bit here so you can make a note of this search query which I type in. So first thing you might want to type in is the niche which you're in. So let's just say it's weight loss. Okay, so I'll just move this down so you can see here. So weight loss. So that's the first thing I'll type in. Then I'm going to put the word embed in between inverted commas, and that's just telling Google that the word embed must definitely be on the page, because sometimes Google tries to guess at what content might be relevant, but I'm saying definitely I want the word embed to be on that page. And then infographic. And so whatever niche you're in, you can just change the word weight loss here to something else. So we'll just do it with weight loss. Okay, and so here we are over at Google now, and it's got all these different infographics. And so all these are infographics which you can just take and you can just put on your website. Okay, so we took a look at some of these. So here we go. The science of weight loss. And we've got an infographic there, and you'll see there right down at the bottom, if we scroll all the way down, then we'll find this little piece of code which allows us to embed the content on our site. It gives them a small link back to their site. That's completely fine. Make sure you leave that in there. And this is really, really cool because you've got this piece of content on your site, you've credited the author, and essentially got this massive long piece of content now which you can use. This is a piece of pillar content which you can use to attract visitors and go viral. And you can see this one's already gone quite viral already. Not too much say on Facebook and Twitter, but it's got 1,700 pins, so maybe this is a bit too popular. This one here, let's take a look. It doesn't have the share numbers on this page, but again it's got the embed link, so it doesn't tell you how much is being shared. It doesn't have a count here, it's just got the buttons. But generally you're looking for one which hasn't been shared too much. This one is being shared here like crazy, 29,000 shares on Facebook. Really, really cool infographic. This would be brilliant to put on your site. And even if it's being shared lots, doesn't mean it's not going to work. It just means it's probably less likely to work so well because people have already seen it a lot. But this is still really, really brilliant content. And even if you're just using it to entertain your subscribers, or using it to warm people up to a particular offer, then that works really well. In terms of going viral, if you can find a piece of content which hasn't gone viral yet, then you're much more likely to get results. So let's see if we can find one which hasn't gone viral. Okay, let's check this one out. Okay, this one here, then you can see right there, it's got 0 tweets, 0 likes, 0 Google Pluses, so that's great. So this one hasn't been shared too much. The infographic here, pretty short, pretty small. It's got the embed code, so perfect. We can go ahead and put that on our site. But the infographic is good, but it's not brilliant. I can make it better, and I'll show you just how to do that now. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is grab the embed code. Okay, so this is how quick you can be done. We've literally searched, we spent a couple of minutes finding a piece of content. I was talking through, but literally anyway, you could just jump in and grab that within like 60 seconds. It really doesn't take that long at all. Okay, so I've just copied and pasted, or I've just copied so far this piece of content. Okay, so I'm jumping over now to the blog where we've got hook pages installed. You can use this on WordPress. We've also got a self-hosted version. I'll show you that in just a moment. So we add a new page, and we're just very, very simply just going to click on the text tab and paste in that embed code. Make sure it's centered. So I'll just type in here center. That's just the HTML code to center it. Or you could flip over to the visual editor and just center the image, and I'll save that draft. And I'm also going to choose the template, which is hook pages, and then we'd also give it a title. Now the title in this infographic was, let's see what it was weird diet tips. Okay, that's not too good. That's not really going to catch someone's attention. It's not bad, but it's not great. So we're going to make that even better. So this is how we'll do it. So I'll put the title here at the top. This is what is going to appear in Google. And I'm going to use a title, 6 easy weight loss hacks proven by science. Let's make that a little bit better. 6 easy weight loss hacks proven by science. 6 easy and weird weight loss hacks, and we could just do weird. So maybe just keep it short. If you can keep it a bit shorter, that's better. And so I'm also going to add the title in then up here, so that it shows on the page. And I'm writing it in HTML, but you could just flip over to the visual editor. It's going to work, just the same way. You can add stuff on the top. Okay, so I'm going to type in this same title. Okay, so 6 weird weight loss hacks proven by science, and then underneath I might say something like, but your friends might think you're mentally ill. Okay, so the reason why I've used this headline, if you look at the piece of content here, you see it's got like some weird kind of ways which you can lose weight, and they're kind of just odd. So your friends will probably think you're a little bit weird. And so I've used kind of like a quite an extreme subheadline here, with your friends might think you're mentally ill, because it just really grabs attention and draws people in. So I'm going to save that draft and then just preview the page, and we can see what it looks like. So here we have it, a piece of content, and here's what it looks like. So we've got here 6 weird weight loss hacks proven by science, but your friends might think you're mentally ill, and so that makes this just this little infographic now with that new headline so much more attractive, so much more appealing. And you might think, whoa, how did you quickly come up with that headline? Well, really there's just a number of set ways, a number of set formats that you can use for really cool headlines. And so that's something which is covered in the Hook Pages training. Very, very simple. You just essentially take your keyword and you slip it in. So the keyword we had here was weight loss. Now this could be, if it was something else, let's say it was plumbing, let's say 6 weird plumbing hacks proven by science. It could be any number of niches. You could just throw in a different thing. We've got all these different headline formulas where you just swap out the word and it gives you this really, really cool, really, really buzzing, really, really attractive headline. And people share based on the headline. They see this headline and think, oh, that's cool. And they see the content like, oh, that's interesting. And then they hit the share button. And so that's why it works really, really well. And so just within a matter of seconds here, we've built this really, really cool page here. And we could, just underneath, we could go in and add the link underneath. And we can go into the editor and we could just go in and add underneath here, some big offer, a link to the sales page. I'll just put a link to sales page. Say you had a health offer, you could just link to the sales page right here. So really, really simple. And then you can also, if you don't have WordPress, you can also create a hosted page where we host a page. So you just add a new page, and you can have it. You choose. It's got all the options here. All these options that you see on this here are also options which are for the WordPress plugin. When you go to the plugin setting page, just do the exact same thing. Just in here, you put the same HTML. You can switch to the source code view if you need to copy in the HTML that you've copied. There's a little bit of code which we copied from here. You can copy that into the HTML bit on Hook Pages. So you'd copy that in, paste it in, and then just build up the page in the same way. You've got a visual editor as well, so you can type in here and whatever you need to do. So very, very simple, very, very quick to do. Puts all the things in if you want to link it to your fan page and stuff like that. You can put offers and link and opt-in things, opt-in forms and all that sort of stuff. Very, very quick, very, very simple. So this is really, really cool. What you've probably seen now is how you can leverage other people's content so quickly. Went a little bit slower there, took maybe around 5 minutes to do, but you could just go through and just keep doing this again and again and again and again, just going out, finding more infographics. I mean, we haven't even gone through the first page of Google yet, and there's all these other infographics which we can find as well. So there's so much opportunity out there just to put so much awesome content out there on your site. And the reason why you can do well and they didn't, so let's ask this question: why did they not go viral, and why were they not able to get the results which you did? So it's very, very simple. So why does it work for you and not for them? Okay, so there's a few reasons here. So first of all, if we take a look at the content which we borrowed here from this site, and they benefit because they get a link. They've made this infographic actually because they want this link back to their site, and so we've now given them a link. It's only a small little link underneath. People aren't going to click that. It's too small to see. If you've got a big offer or an opt-in form here, that's what's going to draw the attention. But they get the link, so they rank higher. That's probably why they made the infographic, and so a lot of sites do it for that reason. So they're getting a nice benefit from that. But why did their content not go viral, and why is your content going viral? Well, first of all, they obviously didn't get traffic to begin with. They didn't seed the original traffic, and that's something which is shown in the Hook Pages training. So it's shown in the Hook Pages training exactly how to do that, whether you're using paid or free traffic to get the whole campaign kickstarted off, send in a bit of traffic, let it go viral, let it explode. Okay, they also used an unoptimized landing page that wasn't optimized to go viral. They had some elements right in here. You can just about see it's got the social sharing buttons there on the side. there's a lot going on, a lot of distractions. You know, there's all these links up here. It's really commercial. It's got these things it's trying to sell you down the side. It's got all these articles. It's got all this little bits of text before you even get to the infographic. Didn't have a cool headline. It's just, you know, this short, weird weight loss tips. It's not brilliant. It could have been better. And we've used a much better, more enticing headline. It's got just all these distractions and things around the side. And that just hurts its ability to go viral. That's all distractions and things like that, and so it's not going to go viral because there's all this other stuff going on. It decreases the chance of it being able to go viral. Whereas we're using an optimized landing page, we're using the Hook Pages landing page software. They were also too commercial because they've got all this stuff on the side that we saw. So they've got recommended products, they've got products up here, and it just has a little slight commercial feel, which can sometimes hurt its ability to go viral. And the more commercial it is, the less it works. And the commercial element is shown right from the start, whereas we're on the Hook Pages landing page, the commercial element where you might put something in down here. So if we just save this and put the link to sales page, so you see where it would turn up. You can see the link to the sales page would be, you know, right down here. It would be a clickable link. It's after they've seen the content, so they've already become engaged. They might have even decided to share it. By that point, you've built some trust. They haven't thought, this guy's trying to sell to me, so I'm immediately going to leave. So you've built some trust up first, and then on top of that, they didn't use that catchy headline either. So that's why we are able to take a piece of content from someone else's site, give them the benefit of the link, and, you know, maybe they'll get some click-through traffic for that as well, and actually give their content the attention it deserves by making these few little very, very quick tweaks. You saw how quickly I did that. It's really, really powerful. So this is just one way to get this profitable pillar content. And we did this in like 5 minutes. I'm explaining it as we go through. I mean, you can do this in a minute or 2 minutes and have this published and ready to go. And this is just one of the methods to find awesome content like this. And so the Hook Pages training includes additional content sourcing and discovery methods that are even more powerful than this. On top of that, it digs into how you can tweak the content or even create your own. So the little tweak we did here with the headline, you know, where essentially I'm just using a headline formula and swapping in the keyword for what this little piece of content is about. Then we dig into that and all sorts of other little things like that. And it's all about speed and getting rapid results. So you're not going to sit there for 2 hours choosing a headline and coming up with it. You can just use one of our cool little headline formulas and go straight with that. And on top of that, it digs into how to tweak the whole process to get that initial traffic and to kick that off. So it's essentially going to show you free methods for traffic and paid methods for traffic that send in the initial traffic, which then explodes to go viral, and you only need to spend a little bit to make it become very, very big. So a little bit of traffic in attracts a lot more traffic, a little bit of money in creates profit. So money in, a lot more money out. It's just a very, very simple concept. And so this is definitely something that's going to solve your traffic problems forever. And again, like, you know, you can use this to lead into an offer, to an opt-in page or anything. So it's driving traffic where you want to, building up that relationship, and I'll discuss that more in the next video. But it's only going to do all this if you make the decision to take action and do this. I've shown you how quick it can be done. It's up to you to take the next stage and actually do that. So I look forward to catching up in the next video where I'll show you the interesting psychology behind this and why it works and why it's so powerful to drive serious profits, to get all that traffic, and essentially why it makes money. So thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.